Sujit and everyone. So I have around 15 plus years of experience in software IT industry. I predominantly work for Cisco DC portfolio products and then network administration, Linux, VMware, bit of security products. So the aim of this course, which I'm looking for it, we are getting a Nutanix project, HCA project. So for that, I need to complete my certifications. So already I have bit of knowledge about it, how to create a VMs, all those things. But in deep dive, I want to get some knowledge from you, Suchis. That's what my objective is. And also, I need a hands-on lab exercise or lab to practice in it. So that's what I'm looking, Suchit.
Okay.
So
So
I enrolled for a self training from Nutanix. So I created an account and then I was doing that. But thing is like if someone is guiding me in a fast track manner, so daily 4 hours or 5 hours, something like that, whatever the feasible times work for us, that is possible for me. And then mainly I need a hands-on practical stuff. So theory I can able to read it. But practical things, kind of via migration or kind of AHF networking, how to do it, how to talk to the public clouds, all those things. At least if you give me an overview of it, it will be well and good for me.
okay. Got you. So like you are going through the ECA course, right? You might be going through the ECA course.
Yeah, Nutanix Cloud Administration, Enterprise Cloud Administration.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, so I'll guide you through, and also like we have like a lab on a lab from the Nutanix itself. So we will go through that lab. Okay, so yeah, so that way we will we will try to get okay,
No,
and
will I get a hands-on on it? If I
yes, yes. So you can create the virtual machine, you can migrate the virtual machine. You can do lots of stuff. So you can't just you won't be able to create the cluster or do some other stuff. But most of the stuff we can do. Like if we want to, we will go through all the settings. Like we have it in the Prism element and Prism Central. So all those things we can go through that.
Okay. You will cover the NCA. Nutanix HCA is part of the Prism is part of Nutanix HCA, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because we are getting a project for Nutanix HCA only, so to deploy it in the Cisco servers. So that's what I'm just looking at. I want to complete the NCP MCA certification.
Okay. Yeah. So we will. I mean, NCP is mostly like it's a proud part of enterprise cloud administration only. So we will go through that enterprise cloud administration thing
Okay.
only.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So how long it will take, Sujit, if we plan for daily 4 hours, something like that?
Daily 4 hours. It will be a bit difficult for me. Maybe we can keep it like 2 hours if that will be fine. So maybe we'll have to check the feasibility of both of us, and then we can plan for 2 hours daily. So I
Okay.
think we should be able to complete it like in 10 days. That
In 10 days. Okay. Okay. Including the lab, hands-on, theoretical, so you can able to complete in a.
Yes, yes. So 10 to yeah, 10, at around 10 to 15 days. Within 2 weeks we will come.
So is it possible for 3 hours, something like that, so that we will rush up? Because I may get questions. If I ask more question, it will drag it to the duration will drag, right? So that's why I thought of 3 hours. Whenever you have a feasible time, I'm free right now for another couple of months. So my aim is to complete by end of this March 30th certification. So
Okay.
whenever you want to schedule a meeting for 3 hours or something, let me know. I can jump into it. Or else we will fix up at 8 to 11 morning or evening 7 to 10, something like that. That is also possible for.
Okay, like I said again, I'll have to check the feasibility because currently, like, means, and for me also, like, a bit rushed up in the office, so that might be the reason. But again, we'll look into it for 2 hours for sure that we can do that. But yeah, in case we want to connect again, maybe we can schedule another call. Maybe like in morning we can give 2 hours, and maybe in evening if you have something, maybe we can connect for an hour or so, and we can discuss about the queries.
Sure, sure.
That
That's
works.
that possible for me. So morning 2 hours or evening 2 hours, that is we can do that in the way. That's not an issue for me.
Okay. So yeah, so just I'll just brief me about myself as well. So like I have been working as a Nutanix admin or a virtualization admin, and I have a total experience of around 15 years of experience. So yeah, and I have been working as a Nutanix admin from last 10 plus years, and uh, yeah, so I'm working as a Nutanix admin. That is
Okay,
pretty much from
okay, okay.
we are supporting end-to-end the Nutanix environment.
So even you support for HCA as well, right?
Sorry?
HCA.
Yeah, yes, yes. So Nutanix cloud,
Okay, okay.
private cloud.
The reason I'm doing is mainly for the project came to us, so we are waiting for the PO. So we need to get into that business. So that's why I want to do a certification. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it. So your project will be like on the Cisco nodes. You will be installing the Acropolis hypervisor.
yeah, yeah. We have 3 nodes, three UCS Cisco servers, HX 220 something. So in
Mm-hmm.
DCDR, we have to deploy a Nutanix. Let's say, even I don't know how to do that. So those things and all, if you guys guide me, it's well and good. So,
Okay. So on
so
on top of Cisco, you guys will be installing the
sorry.
Acropolis hypervisor.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Okay. So you will be having means from the Cisco perspective, you'll have like a SAN or NAS uh, or on the Cisco hypervisor Cisco node, you will have the storage.
Yeah, in the Cisco node, the HCI is almost all together, right? In a single machine, they will have a server mainly. The storage and then server will be. Network is
Mm-hmm.
coming from the Cisco Nexus switches, and then there is a fabric interconnector
Mm-hmm.
switches as well. So the storage will be in the same node
Mm-hmm. On Cisco, right? Or Cisco
On
use.
Cisco box. Yeah,
Okay. So shall we start?
sure, sure, sure. We'll have a demo clause, whatever the content you have, if you want to present it. I have to discuss with my boss today, and then I will work with Ganesh on this.
Okay. Okay. So, like, I mean, I know you might be already aware of this, but again, we'll speak from the starting. So this is basically the introduction, or how we can compare the what we can say, the legacy three-tier infrastructure with the Nutanix. So in a three-tier infrastructure, so we used to have like a Nutanix node and sorry, or HP or a Cisco UCS box will be there. And then on top of that, we will install the hypervisor, maybe the PSXi or some other thing. And on top of that, we will have the storage, right? So LUNs we will get LUNs from the storage team, like 3 bar or NetApp or whatever the storage uh, what we can say storage vendor we have. So we'll get the storage from the storage vendor. Then we have the host from HP or Cisco from a different vendor, and we will have a hypervisor and the networking from a different vendor, right? So we'll integrate all those things and we'll create a three-tier architecture. But with Nutanix, so Nutanix come up with its own nodes. So it will have the storage and it has like a controller VM. So the controller VM is the one which will be managing the uh, complete node. So a controller VM will understand, okay, I have the storage with my Nutanix node and it will understand. Okay, so we have the hypervisor as well. So with Nutanix, the node, the storage, the hypervisor, and the internal networking. So everything is summed up in a single node itself, in a single what do you say? In a single
Single node,
thing.
you will have both compute storage and then virtualization
Yes,
apart from the networking.
yes. So everything will be combined in a single thing. So that is the hyper-converged infrastructure. So apart from compute, we will get the storage as well. And Nutanix controller VM. So controller VM will run on each and every node. So if we have a Nutanix node, so controller VM will be running on each and every node of the uh, Nutanix host. Okay. So a Nutanix host and its correspondence controller VM it will have. And so this controller VM will understand, okay, this node has this much of storage and this much of compute resources. So basically, when we form a cluster, right? So basically, what happens like all the controller VMs communicate with each other. They create a pool of it, and they form a metadata ring. And each and every, for example, we have a three node cluster. So what will happen? Like each node will have its controller VM, and when we create a cluster, so each VM will say, controller VM will say, okay, this node has like around 1 TB of storage
Okay.
and this many CPU and memory. And the remaining two will also say. So when they sum up, they create a storage pool. For example, 1 TB each with each node. So it will have like 3 TB of storage pool. So this storage pool we can use it for the guest VMs so that the guest VMs can accumulate their VM files on those nodes. So this is basically how the hyper-converged infrastructure is.
So basically the controller VM will be once we install AHV hypervisor, the controller VM will be spinned up in all the nodes, and then those controller VM will share the information of each nodes together, right?
Yes. Whenever we purchase or whenever we build a new Nutanix node, so in case it's a factory reset, right? A factory built Nutanix node, so it will be coming up with a predefined hypervisor and the AOS version. So hypervisor is Acropolis hypervisor and AOS is nothing but the controller VM version. So it will be coming up with the hypervisor, and when we install the Acropolis hypervisor, controller VM will be there itself. If we check, so we if there will be a virtual machine running on top of that node, and that will be a controller VM. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can't migrate that controller VM to any other node. And all the critical services which will be helpful in managing the cluster. So those all those uh, services will be running on the controller VM.
Each controller VM will have a unique IP address, right?
Yes, and that should be in the same. It's
Subnet.
preferable to have a same subnet of the hypervisor.
Okay.
The, yeah, the node. Okay, so we can have like the Nutanix node can have like all flash drives and the spinning hard disk. So we can it can be just SSDs, it can be just HDDs, or even we can have a combination of SSDs and HDDs.
Oh, okay.
So Yeah, and the Nutanix architecture is in such a way. For example, I'll just give you a brief. Like if we have a cluster where we have, for example, three VMs run. It's a three-node cluster, and three VMs are running on top of that. For example, one VM is running on each node. So we will have a replica of the data copy, so that's not an issue. We will go through it later on. But the Nutanix architecture is created in such a way, like for example, a VM is running on first node, right?
Mm.
So the whatever data is there on that a VM, all the data of that virtual machine will reside on first node itself, so that if we have any read or write query, it will not go to the other CVM over the net or to the other node over the network. It will have a local copy. So the processing or the speed will be very fast. So like Nutanix won't have any much performance issue because the data is local to the node itself. So whenever there will be any read or write request, it will just have to communicate to its local storage or local host, and from there it will fetch the information and provide the information. Or if we have any write request, it will write to the local data. There will
Okay.
be a replica to some other node as well, so that in case one node goes down, we don't have to panic. But it will keep local copies. For example, if we migrate the VM also, so it will see, okay, the node is whenever there will be another first write or read, it will see, okay, it's going to the different node over the network. So what it will do, it will create a local copy of those data, so that next time it doesn't have to go over the network. So there
Okay.
won't be any performance issue.
Okay. Even if there is any SAN or NAS setup is integrated, that is also the data will be replicated to from local storage to SAN servers, right?
Uh, I haven't seen connecting a Nutanix node to a SAN storage. But for SAN, there will be a different thing altogether, right? If we are connecting a SAN to the Nutanix virtual machine or to the Nutanix cluster, then the storage team will take care of it, right? So they will have the replica copy as per the
Mirroring, okay.
storage tier.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Means currently we are just talking about like how the Nutanix is working. If we are equipping the third party or the SAN storage, right? So it will have the how the SAN works or the NAS works, right? So that policies will come into picture. Then it is not local, right? That will
Okay.
be something outside the network on
What's up?
Nutanix.
Connect cluster. Got it. Got it.
And like in case we need to like add the uh, nodes, so that is like very fast and very seamless. It's just a one click process. And even like in case for example, we have I'll just give you an example. So like in a Nutanix cluster, suppose we have a database workloads running on top of it. So there the thing will be, the performance will be required, and top of that the means the size, storage size should be more on that, right? Because databases will have huge amount of data to be written and to be uh, stored. So, for example, we have a three-node cluster, and for example, we have like three VMs running on top of that. Now, for from the compute perspective, we are good. Like we can accumulate the VMs, but I'm running short of the just the storage. So we can deploy a Nutanix node with storage only as well. So normally it will be a compute node. So there, the virtual machine guest VM will take the hypervisor, CPU, and storage both. for its use. But for storage only node, only the storage of that node that will be presented to the guest VM and the compute resources. So VMs won't migrate to that node, but VMs can take the storage or the what we can say the data can be written to that storage only node.
Okay. Okay.
So and so we have like tolerance. So like I said, so VMs will have their data copy. So it depends. So we have like resiliency factor 2 or resiliency factor 3. So that will come later on. So whether we will have a 2 copy or 3 copy of the data. So, but in case one of the disk goes bad or one of the node goes bad, we have like enough resources so that it can accumulate the failed node or failed disk. So the VMs are not getting into the read-only state because the space is not available or the compute resources are not
Okay.
available. So yeah, so this platform is 100% software defined, so we can install like the Nutanix hypervisor on Nutanix Supermicro, HP, Linux, Fujitsu, Dell, Cisco. So any hypervisor, I mean any node we have, we can install the Nutanix environment on top of.
Mhm.
So another thing is like Nutanix come up with a Nutanix block. So Nutanix block it will have like 1 to 4 nodes. So in a single block we can have like 4 nodes, 3 nodes, 2 nodes, or a single node. Okay.
Okay.
So maximum we can have like a 4 node in a block. So I have a picture of that as well.
Okay.
Okay. So block like this is having a 4 node
Understood.
uh, 4 nodes. It's a 4 node block, for example. So like we can insert 4 nodes in a single block. So this will have like only the power cables to the block will be the single. I mean, it will go through a single power supply with the redundancy, but it won't have each and every node won't have a power supply, but the complete chassis or complete block will have the power supply.
Okay. You mean this entire chassis will have four uh, servers and then four servers, totally it's going to be 16 servers. The 16 servers we can able to have a either 5 node cluster or 3 node cluster, something like that, right?
No, no, no. Sorry. So this is a cluster. Basically, we can have a we have a block. Okay, so Nutanix block or a Nutanix model will be there. For example, NX3060. So I'm just giving you a model name. So
Okay.
NX3060. So that is a like 4 node block. So in
Okay.
that block, we can insert maximum 4 nodes. We can
Okay.
have 3 nodes, 2 nodes. It's up to us. But maximum we can put 4 nodes in that block.
Okay.
Similarly, like we have different models like 8155 or other 1155 or something, those sort of models. So there we will have it's a single node block. So in that block, only single node can accommodate. Okay. So
Okay.
it will be a single node itself, and in a 3060, 4 nodes can be plugged in. Okay,
Okay.
and that will be like 3060, that will be a 2 rack unit block. So it will take 2 racks units from that from the rack. Okay.
Okay.
So and on top of that, if we want to create a 16 node cluster, just it is showing here. So we will require four node blocks. Uh, 4 node block. So four nodes in a single block, and if we have four nodes of four
blocks.
uh 3060 boxes. So yeah, 4 into 4 is that is 16. So we can create a 16 node cluster with those four boxes. And if
Okay.
we have a single node block, we can create a with the 16 blocks, or if we have two node blocks, so we can have like 2 cross 8, right? So that way we can create the clusters. So cluster is nothing but it's a logical associated, right? Means all the nodes, all the controller VMs will create a cluster out of it, and it will be the logical representation. Node or the block will be the physical representation, right? So
Okay.
that is the main thing.
Okay. Got it.
So this is the diagram of a four node block.
Okay.
Okay, so it will have like four nodes A, B, C, and D. So it will have a bifurcation. Okay, if you so basically this is just a back panel, back view of it. But in top, if we see on the front view, so like A will be on the left, on what we can say, bottom left will be A. So if we have just sorry, my that good. So for example, here in between we will have like the power thing and all those things. Basically, the left side, this will be the A node, this will be the B one. So if you
Okay.
have a four node block, so it will be the same way. Like
Okay.
so A, B, C, and D. So
Okay.
this way it will be. So we can put in the first node in A, and then second on B, and third on C, and fourth on D. So this way it will be put into the blocks, and all will have their own like the network ports and other things. Okay, just the power cables that will be for the complete block, not individual.
Okay.
This is this has like four HDDs, one SSD. So this is basically pretty much the 3060 or four node block
Block device.
view.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, so here the same thing. So here we are showing like the three node cluster. So it's nothing but a logical grouping of physical and logical components, right? So here if we see all the node have their controller VMs. Okay. So this is the node. This is the this is the like storage part. Two SSDs, four HDDs, then SCSI controller, and on top of that we have installed the hypervisor, and on top of that we have the controller VM.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So whenever we create a cluster, so that will do. And it's not like if it is a four node cluster, a four node block, we can use like a two node for a different cluster and two nodes for a different cluster. So it's not like if we have a four node block, we need to use all four nodes for in a single cluster. We can have that bifurcation. So we can use two nodes for a different cluster. For example, we have a requirement of creating six nodes, like two clusters with six nodes, and we have like 3060 blocks, right? So we can have 12 nodes. So what we can do, we can keep one block complete for a single cluster and one block for a single cluster. And now we have like 4 nodes remaining. So we can give 2 nodes to first cluster and 2 nodes of a block to the second cluster. So that
Okay.
way also we can do.
Okay. Yeah. Got it, Sujit. Sujit, let's stop over here. The thing is, I'm also running out of the time. I have to go to electricity.
Okay.
So I will update to Ganesh and then we will continue from either tomorrow or based on our time, feasible time.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Ganesh, I will speak to you. I'll connect with you by once I reach the office.
Okay, sure. We can.
So because I have to get ready and then travel from TC Palaya to electricity, it's almost 2 hours of journey for me.
Yes, I do understand. Yeah, TC
Yeah.
Bata is very far. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the reason.
Okay.
Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, Sujit. Thanks for the nice
Hmm.
session. Yeah.